Hello and welcome back to the Satoshi Society YouTube channel. So I know we've gone live today already. I just want to do this pre-recorded video for you though, because I just want to get everything I said and all the charts I showed you in that live in a really short video, so you can get all that information really quickly, all the information that you need to know. So I'm going to jump straight into the charts. I have around 6 charts I want to show you, so I'm going to go through them quickly. So just make sure you pay attention. So the first chart I want to go through is the NASDAQ. Now, the NASDAQ has actually broken above a resistance level previously that you can see right here. But unfortunately, around 2 days ago, well, yesterday was a confirmation that we did get that break below that support, which was previous resistance. As you can see, that break below that previous resistance right there. This is not good for the traditional markets or the crypto markets either, and I'll show you another chart of why that is as well. But what we are looking at here is the NASDAQ actually having this major downtrend. As you can see here, lots of lower highs and lots of lower lows as well. So we are in this downtrend, and because we've broken this previous resistance, now support, we are most likely going to get this next leg down for the NASDAQ as well, which will be incredibly bearish for the crypto market as well. The same thing is happening on the S&P, but instead of breaking below a support, we actually got rejected from resistance at the 200 MA and the resistance of this downtrending white level here. As you can see, we got rejected there, and we are coming down to the support level. The support level has been major resistance previously, but also major support as well. If we were to break towards the downside of this support level right here, the likelihood of it is we will come lower, and the crypto market will come lower as well. But as of right now, we are just testing that support. If we can bounce off it, then that's good. But if we do break towards the downside, that is bad. Now, why are we seeing this? Well, we are seeing this because of the DXY. Now, the DXY is continuing to pump. I gave you a price target in the previous live streams of around $109, and we have hit that as of, I think it was last night. As of last night, I think we did hit that perfectly. As you can see, we have broken above it as well. Because we've broken above it, it has been previous resistance as well. So because we have now broken above it, it isn't looking too good for the traditional market or the crypto market, because if we do continue to see the DXY increase in price, then the lot of it is that crypto and the traditional markets are going to pull back even further than they already have. And the Bitcoin chart is also showing us some very bearish signs as well. So looking at this chart here, we have actually broken towards the downside of this this white channel that you can see. We did break towards the downside right here, and this is very bearish, and we do have that bearish target of around $12,000. As of right now, we are testing right here. If we can get above this resistance level, then that'll be great. But if we do get a rejection from this resistance level right here, then $19,000 is my next target. Now, why is this bearish flag very important and also very dangerous? Well, if we have a little look further back, what we can see is the RSI has this support level here, this white upwards trending support level here, and we did break towards the downside of that. When we broke towards the downside of that, a few days later, we broke towards the downside of this bearish flag, and we got that leg towards the downside. This has not only happened once before, but it's happened 3 times, and we can see it's back here again as well. We have this upwards trending support on the RSI. We broke towards the downside, and then a few days later, we broke towards the downside of the RSI of the bearish flag, as well, and we got that big leg towards the downside. So that's what we are currently seeing right now. We had this upwards trending support on the RSI for Bitcoin. We broke towards the downside, and then a few days later, we broke towards the downside of this bearish flag. So for me, it is looking pretty likely that 12,000 is a very realistic target. But again, it comes back to is this resistance level here. If we can break above it, then we can come back up and test the $22,500, $400 level, which is the bottom of the bearish flag. If we can break above that, then that will invalidate this pattern. But if we do get a rejection back down to this previous resistance, which will then act as support, break below that, then we come down to 19,000, break below that, then 12,000 is pretty realistic. So this support level here, this blue support level, is pretty major support because it applies to this this scenario as well. If we were to get rejected from this resistance here, then the likelihood likelihood of it is we will come down to 19,000. If we break 19,000, then almost definitely $12,000 is going to be price target. The reason why $19,000 is a pretty realistic target is because looking at this chart here, this is a textbook rising wedge. The rising wedge did in fact break towards the downside right here, and the technical target for that, the final take profit, is sat at just under 19,000. So that's why I think 19,000 is a pretty realistic target for this. Right now, we are finding some support at around $20,750 from this previous low back here. You can see we found some nice support here, and we are getting a little bounce towards the upside. But again, if we do get that rejection from this resistance on this daily chart, then the likelihood of it is we are going to come down to 19,000. So do just be aware of that. Moving on swiftly to Ethereum. Ethereum, again, has broken towards the downside of this rising wedge pattern here, as you can see right there. Right now, it's in sort of a very indecisive stage. It does not know what to do right now. It is sort of just waiting for Bitcoin to make that move. So again, if Bitcoin gets rejected from that resistance, then we will most likely see Ethereum come down to most definitely $1,350. And then if we see Bitcoin come down even further, then most likely Ethereum will come down to $1,000, which is the final TP at the bottom of this rising wedge pattern. So right now, Ethereum is sort of just waiting to see what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin continues its move down, Ethereum will most likely continue its move down as well. So that was just a really, really quick update on what I was going through on today's live. If you did miss that live, make sure you go back and watch it. But right now, the main chart to stay focused on is this DXY. If we do continue to see the DXY increase, then most definitely we will see the price of Bitcoin pull back even further. So I hope this has really helped you. Just a really quick market analysis to just get all that information into your head as quick as possible. And if you did enjoy this, please make sure you smash that like button. It does really, really help me out. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and turn that bell notification on. And I will see you in the next live stream tomorrow. So thank you very much for watching.